Hey guys, so it's me, Kiani. Today's look was created entirely with my Urban Decay Vice 2 palette. The title was given to me by an Instagram follower, the Queen_B78. So the only thing I have on this eye is just a very thin layer of my MAC concealer in my NW35. I actually really defined my brow with it, a little bit heavier there, and I might actually touch up just a little bit more after we complete the look, but that's all I have. I did not add a priming pot or any of the setting potion or any of those things because I really wanted you guys to be able to see the intensity of the shadow since the unit is somewhat pricey, $59. This is the unit that we'll be working with. This is the brand new Urban Decay Vice 2 unit. So what you will need to create this look are several different blending brushes. I did grab my MAC Fix spray just because it will allow the shadows, the ones that are a little bit more flakier, to bond to the skin a tad bit more. So again, without further ado, let's get started. First, I'm actually going to use one of the only matte shades that I see in this unit. It's called Rewind. I'm going to grab this one right here at the lower part. I am going to grab my Sigma E25 brush. Make sure it's clean, guys. I usually do work with a towel close by. I'm going to grab that and allow that to start to be my transition color. And you can see that taupe lands on the skin pretty nicely. And MAC's concealers grab, so make sure that you blend that out. Okay. Next, I'm going to actually move in. Keeping the same brush, I'm moving to my X-rated. This is a little bit of a flat pink, and I'm going to transition down with that. It does have a little bit of a silkiness to it. I'm going to say this is more of a satin finish. I didn't read it to see, but that's exactly how it's landing on my skin, but it does create a beautiful transition there. And go back in with just a little bit more to make sure there's no skipping, because remember, I just primed my eye with concealer. And we're going to leave that. Next, I'm going to grab grab my finger, actually is what I moved on with, and grab this shade here. Beautiful. It's called Toxic. It's kind of a peachy coral, so to speak, with a little bit of a copper undertone. This is probably one of my favorites. It's such a nude, but it has such impact. And I'm going to grab my finger, and since this is such a focal, and just blend this in with my finger. I love this type technique. It keeps a lot of the fallout away. Although I did set underneath my eye area with my benign banana setting powder, just FYI. Okay, and you can see how that builds really seamlessly. Next, I'm going to grab my Sigma small tapered blending brush. Now, because I'm actually going to move to my Shell Shock, which is the most shimmery of pigments in this unit. I'm going to grab a little bit of my Fix spray and kind of remove some of the excess off my hand, and grab this Shell Shock and just going to lightly tap that in. You see that? Just without just a little bit of pressure, and it creates this amazing lightning bolt effect, and right into the tear duct. What I will say about Urban Decay shadows, they don't ever make my eyes feel like they want to run. The shadows do flake a little bit because they are such high in pigment, but I'm an eyeglass wearer. They don't irritate my eyes. I don't know if you're a contact wearer. I would say make sure you have some type of potion around to kind of keep the eye lubricated just a little bit. Alright, and just dab that in and let that do its thing. The next shade, which I created the highest amount of intensity with, which I am absolutely in love with, the shade is called Prank. Now, Prank is very pigmented, but for some reason it is flaking a lot. I don't like that. I don't like it, but the shade is so beautiful, I might actually just give it a pass. This is the brush that came with the unit. It's one of Urban Decay's synthetic brushes, and I'm actually going to grab that. And it's probably me creating such flakiness, and I don't even want to hold this up just to let you guys see what it's actually doing. But anyway, I'm going to set that right here. right there in that crease. The shade is so freaking intense, and you can see where that fallout is coming. And I'm, you know, I'm barely patting, barely patting. And I'm just going to build it up. My brush is somewhat damp from the first time that I applied this shadow on my other eye, but I'm going to spray just a little bit more to kind of calm down the fallout. I want you to see what's going on here. And you see that? And set it right in there. Set it right in there. You see what that's doing? And just pat and pull upward just a little bit. Allow the brush to do its job, guys. Because it's creating such fallout, I'm going to grab my Sigma E25 brush right now. And I'm going to move, nope. I am going to grab my tapered brush, the same one that I used the Shell Shock on. And I'm going to grab my shade, it's called Smoke Out. It's this one right here, Smoke Out. I'm going to grab that and I'm going to create the blend. Shell Shock is not as powdery as the Prank. Blend that up. Control it though. Go back in because I want most of my definition to be with Prank. I blend that out as much as I'm going to, and I just kind of flip this brush over because it is more of the paddle side to create kind of a cut crease effect. Not a true heavy cut crease, but you get the general idea. And then I'm going to move in with my paddle brush. This is my Sigma large fluff brush. I'm going right back in with the rewind, and I'm just going to gradually create a little bit more contrast there. You see how that grabs that concealer? That's why I told you I didn't set it with anything else. Tighten it up. Use the flat side of the brush that Urban Decay gave you. And pull that up. Create you a nice V. Create you a nice V. Clean it up, guys. Clean it up. Clean it up. Go back on top with your Toxic to blend. So you have nice transitions. And we are almost set. Now, go ahead and clean up that fallout. Grab that little bit of that Ben Nye and sweep that off. Jordana, sweep it off. Fab liner. Just because I just need a little bit of impact here. I'm not going to do a whole lot because I want the eyeshadows to do their thing. I'm just creating a nice even line here. I know I've told you guys this liner is only $1.99 and it's really a good liner for $1.99. I like that felt tip. I'm going to grab me a fat thing of lashes now. A very full set. Just give that time to set. And I'll be right back to finish this look off. Alrighty, we're going to come back with just a little bit more of my Prank. Sweep that ever so lightly underneath, and I'm going to move in with a new shade called Love Sick. Smoke that out. Okay, finalize the look using the same brush with the Shell Shock. Lastly, just to create a little bit more definition, I'm going to move in with the shade Smoke Out using my flat Sigma short shader brush and just really work that into your lashes. Allow that to be your liner. Okay. Clean that up if necessary. Pull up. And lastly, mascara to finalize those bottom lashes. those lashes up. And there you have it. One of my first creations with my Urban Decay Vice 2 palette. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I really enjoyed creating this look. Decide to recreate this look. Maybe you can give me some ideas on how we can actually make this palette worth $59. And yeah, quick close up. Thanks for watching, guys.